All right. Hey, folks. Good morning. I suppose I should stop saying good morning because advisory technically happens after lunch. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. Today we have more in our series of
How to be a Longhorn.
and we're going to go through them in rapid succession because they're kind of smaller topics. But just because they're smaller topics does not mean that they do not deserve their own theme song.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all the things that we haven't talked about yet, like common areas and transportation, how you get to school, and the materials you have when you get to school, and it's really cool. That's right, folks.
That's right, folks. Today we're going to talk about these three things. The details are found in the Student Campus Culture Handbook, but I'm going to go over them now. We're going to talk about expectations when it comes to common areas. And common areas are any places on campus that are shared by students and staff, which include the hallways, the cafeteria, outdoor courtyards, entrances and exit thresholds, and especially restrooms. Here's the main thing: our custodians work hard. All right. It is not easy to clean up after 2,300 people every day. So, to help our custodians out and to make this place just a better place to be during the day, make sure you follow these guidelines. If you have trash, make sure it gets into the trash can. Keep up with your personal belongings, all right, so you don't lose anything, and clean up your area before leaving it, especially in the cafeteria. The custodians are here to help us keep our campus clean, but they are not here to pick up after you get done with lunch or breakfast. So make sure that any trash that you accrue over lunch or breakfast in the cafeteria gets thrown away by you. When a mess does occur, because messes happen, and that's okay, make sure you do everything possible to clean it up or contact somebody to help you clean it up. Don't just leave it, all right? Don't leave your trash, don't leave messes. Make sure things stay as clean as possible throughout the day. When it comes to the cafeteria, you enter, you eat, you throw the trash away, and you leave. Students may not eat off campus. Bring your lunch or eat the cafeteria's lunch. No food deliveries will be accepted unless by a student's parent or guardian listed in Power School. So you can't do DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything like that. We're not going to be able to take that at the door. We will be turning those people away. So unless somebody is listed as your guardian, which I'm pretty sure Steve from Uber Eats is not your father, they will not be able to bring you food. So don't order any. Behavior in the hallways, we've talked about this a little bit, but make sure you understand during the passing periods that you have 5 minutes to get to class, so you should plan ahead. If you can't go to the bathroom to get to class in time, go to class first and then get a restroom pass after the first 10 minutes. During class, the hallway expectations are a little different. All students in the hallway must have an approved pass. In the past, that has been vests, but I believe we're getting different hall passes, and some teachers have all sorts of different hall passes. Just make sure you have a pass if you're in the hall during instructional time, during class. No phone should be out. All right. You should not have your phone in the hallway with the pass during class. I know that that has been sometimes enforced and sometimes not, but the expectation is that you do not have your phone in the middle of class in the hallway. And then because classes are going on, make sure you walk quietly to avoid disrupting anybody. Both during the passing periods and during class, make sure you move quickly and carefully to your destination. Walk on the right side of the hallway so you don't bonk anybody on the head, and clean up any potential trash or mess that you may make or see along the way. All right, when it comes to the restrooms, you go, you take care of your business, you wash your hands, and you leave without delaying, socializing, or violating the student code of conduct, or for that matter, the law. Be considerate of others that use the facility, dispose of hygiene products in the appropriate place. People do not like to be in a place that does not have usable restrooms, and when you mess with the toilets just to mess with them, or you leave a huge mess, or you vape or you smoke in the bathroom, that pretty much renders it unusable by other people. So please go in, take care of your business, don't do anything weird or bad, and then get out. Let's talk about materials. Students should come with all necessary materials every day. Teachers will set expectations for materials specific to their classes, but you can expect to at least need the following. In most classes, as we talked about the other day, you'll have a district issued Chromebook, and you're going to need to follow the computer policy for that. Of course, that is not a material that you bring, but one that is already here for you in those classes. Number 2, you have to have a clear or mesh backpack. This is all DISD students have to have a clear or a mesh bag. You should have gotten one from us at the beginning of the year. Make sure you keep up with that one. If that one breaks, we don't have very many spares. I know that there's a lot of companies that sell clear and mesh backpacks now for pretty affordable prices. So just make sure that you take care of the one that you have so you can use it for the rest of the year. You'll need something to write with and usually something to write on. So bring those things as well, but your teachers will be more specific about what they need you to bring every day. And I don't have slides for this, but we can still very much talk about it. All right, when it comes to transportation to school, there are basically 3 options that you have. You can have a parent or friend or whoever drop you off. And remember that if they are dropping you off, they should do so at the student parking lot, not from the street. If they do drop you off up the block a little bit or on another street, just very much use caution. Look both ways before you cross the street and go into parking lots. Many of us ride the bus, and it should be noted that students should conduct themselves with calmness and maturity while riding a bus, maintaining respect for the driver and other riders at all times. When arriving at school, students should get off the bus and walk directly in the doors. Any student causing disruptions, disrespecting the driver or other riders, or making the ride unsafe in any way will be subject to the following process. 1, bus driver referral is a parent conference with administration. 2, driver referrals is a parent conference, suspension of bus privileges for a week or more per administration discretion. And then if there's a 3rd referral, then you might get removed from the bus permanently. So be nice to your bus drivers, all right? Be kind, be calm, and everybody will get where they need to be. And then, of course, if you're a student who drives, you need to have a parking decal for your cars. And I will get with Mr. Almaraz to make sure that this is still the process. But in the past, it's been $30. Students should provide a valid driver's license, proof of insurance, and a description of their vehicle, including make, model, color, and license plate numbers. All students and their guardians must sign a form so that you can get your parking decal. And any questions regarding driving and parking at WTW can be directed at Mr. Almaraz. If a student is found to be engaging in unsafe driving or behavior in the parking lot, parking privileges may be revoked. It's very important that if you're parking in this parking lot, that you are an insured driver, that you're a licensed driver, and that you're driving the car that you are insured for. If you have any more questions, please ask Mr. Almaraz. All right, that does it for me today when it comes to how to be a Longhorn. We've pretty much covered everything from the handbook. We might refer back to it a couple of times throughout the year. Tomorrow and Friday, you guys will be creating your treatment agreements, which returners will remember how that works. And I'll have a video about that tomorrow. For today, I want you to have just a little bit more fun.
Just a little bit more fun with your advisory group.
And you're going to be debating some topics, all right? These are some fun debates. It starts off pretty simple. Cats versus dogs. Which animal makes a better pet? But you need to move to the side of the room that represents how you feel. Have one person at least explain why that is the correct answer. Try to convince the other side, and if you are convinced, then you should move to the other side of the argument. And there are 4 topics. Cats versus dogs. That's a pretty simple one. This one actually had a court case about it. Is a taco a sandwich? Should be some fiery debate about that. The age-old question, should toilet paper hang under or over the roll? And then the last one. This one's a real
mind bender.
Does a straw have 1 hole or 2? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy that. Enjoy getting to know each other a little bit more through the spirit of debate. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Be good to yourself and others, and I'll see you tomorrow.